Hi, I wanted to share with you a couple of thoughts about the learning modules in Blackboard Learn. Learning modules are like folders with table of contents, so they are a great way to display learning content to students. Now I have a course here with a number of learning modules, and there is a little bit of difficulty in navigating these modules once the table of contents is very long. Let me demonstrate. We'll go ahead and navigate to the first one, and these learning modules are set to open in the same window as the current window and to display the table of contents. What we see here is that the page where the student is currently is marked. We can even extend the menu a little bit. So there is a marker in the menu, and as long as we are clicking on items which are within the first viewing scroll page, then we can reference very easily where we are inside of the learning module. Now, the difficulty arises when we scroll further down and we would now select perhaps an item from the bottom and the menu will scroll to the top. And so as we navigate back and forth, we can find our place by scrolling down. And on some devices, the scrolling is easier than on others. On my computer, on the trackpad, I simply scroll with 2 fingers across. So it's not too difficult to scroll, but we would like to see this reference to be visible in the window once the content appears. So one way to accomplish this is if the student collapses the folders that they've already studied, then the amount of scroll necessary to see other content would be also limited. So now we can go ahead and navigate to a different folder, and the table of contents stays the same way. Now, this is not particularly user-friendly workaround, but it would work for someone who is studying perhaps, and it might even help them to track their progress, so manipulation of these menus. Another way to do that would be to perhaps right-click on the link and say open in a new window. Now, this does not actually work as expected. If I was to navigate to another folder and I would expect supplemental readings to appear if I say open a new window, and this loads in a different tab for me, but unfortunately that's not what opened up. It was the in-class material that we were looking at a minute ago. That's the current menu and not the supplemental readings. But if we were to work with these new windows, then we can see the previous window open and then re-navigate perhaps in the new window to supplemental readings. And so now having 2 windows open, we can perhaps manage this navigation in a flexible way as well. The nice thing about the learning modules is that it allows us to change where the menu appears, so we can resize the menu and sequentially go through the material. And so that's one way, of course, that students would not lose track if they just went sequentially through the learning module. Now, once they choose to view the table of contents, they can do so. But again, this is going to work only for the first scroll in the window, and so that is the complication of the learning modules. So we're going to follow through and submit an enhancement request to Blackboard to help us to quicker find where the displayed module is located in the table of contents. Thank you.